Hi, welcome back to Alex Talking. I love talking about all sorts of things, especially movies, and going to the movies. And today I'm in a pool because shit, man, Leslie Nielsen would appreciate that. And I'm talking about The Naked Gun, 2025. I've seen this movie twice now. That's how much I like going to the movies. Skipped Bad Guys 2 yesterday, which literally means I might skip Bad Guys 2 in theaters because I have the craziest busy month of August, and I'm a 21-year-old man. Not that it really matters to me, but I enjoy the first one with my girlfriend, and we enjoy it together. But Thursday we were planning to go see uh, Bad Guy or Naked Gun, and then Friday Bad Guys, and then Thursday we ended up getting really busy, and we had work together. And when we got home from work, she was so tired that she went to bed. And I said, well, shoot, I'm still going to go see Naked Gun at 10 o'clock. So I went and saw it at 10 o'clock. And then on Friday, she was like, well, and she told me to go see it. So she was like, I know that I told you to just go see it because the trailers were a lot for me. And on Thursday, her exact thoughts were, I'd rather Bad Guys too. And she's like, but you said it was really funny, and I kind of would rather just a funny, adult movie. And I was like, say no more. Let's just go see Naked Gun again. And I'm so glad we did, because this is the funniest movie in years. It's the funniest movie since Bottoms. If you've seen Bottoms, the movie with Rachel Sennett and Ayo Berry, it's the funniest movie of the decade. But outside of that, and that's like an indie comedy as well, not to discredit it as a neon comedy. Orion distributed it, for Pete's sake, but it is a lot lesser known unless you're a fucking badass that has good taste in film. And Naked Gun is being distributed by Paramount theatrically, starring Liam Neeson. All right, this is the biggest comedy we've gotten in a long time, but actually funny. You know, it's one of those weird dichotomies where when we get comedies, they star lesser known actors now for the most part, or are really bad, which sucks. But that's just how it is. And if they do have big actors, something like You're Cordially Invited with, or whatever, I think that's what that was called. It's a comedy on Prime with Will Ferrell and Reese Witherspoon. Gets released to Prime on streaming and is fucking horrible, you know? Just absolutely terrible. So those are the type of comedies we get nowadays. Something like Barbie is actually one of the better comedies we've gotten, theatrically released, you know what I mean? And Barbie is much more than a comedy. I'm just thinking of what are the funniest wide released movies in years. The Naked Gun is it. All right, that was my 3-minute preface of what I think of the state of comedy, because it's dire. And I personally feel if we don't support this Naked Gun movie, then fuck it. We don't really need or deserve comedies be released in theaters anymore. We need it, but we don't deserve it, because if people aren't going to show up for this, I don't know what to tell you. Because the theater I went to for the second time, the first time I saw it, it was me doing the Robert De Niro Cape Fear laugh with 2 random 40-year-old dudes and a teenage couple that walked out 10 minutes in and then came back 10 minutes later. I guess they were just having some fun in the bathroom. But I was doing the biggest laughing, and then after 20 minutes, everyone kind of got on the same wavelength of the movie, and we all started laughing together. The second time it was a great experience. There was only 10 other people there, but everybody was laughing out loud, including the hardest laughers were the 70 or 80-year-old couple, who then I talked to afterwards, was like, did you like it? And they were like, we loved it. So, I mean, that was awesome. You know, that was such a fun time to see people of all generations enjoying this movie. And that's what made me realize, I was like, I think this is so universally enjoyable. If you hate spoof humor, don't see it. It's not for you, I guess. But otherwise, can't imagine anyone not finding this funny, because it's really funny. So Liam Neeson takes over for Leslie Nielsen here. And Liam Neeson's such a good actor that he has a tag for me on Letterboxd. Just to give context for how much I like him. My Letterboxd will be down in the description if you want to follow. I love talking movies with anyone on Letterboxd. And just comment on one of my reviews that you found me on here. That would make me so happy. I'll follow you right back. But, so, that's all to say. I really like Liam Neeson a lot. And, no, I know it's funny because as someone my age, I do know him as an action star. And I think it's funny because I hear people be like, who would have ever thought Liam Neeson in an action movie would work? And now I'm like, yeah, and he's done like 50 of them now. And now it's like Liam Neeson doing a comedy. I'm like, well, I guess Liam Neeson's here to save comedy the same way that, not that action needed saving when he became an action star, but you know what I mean. Like, he just transitioned so gracefully into doing this, even though he's playing such a heightened version of what he does in action movies. He's funny here, man. He really came to play. Akiva Schaffer wrote and directed this, the person who made Pop Star, Hot Rod, From the Lonely Island. Full disclosure, that is formative comedy for me. That is what I was watching in 5th grade, 4th grade on YouTube. Fucking Natalie Portman rap. Like, that sort of thing. The Finest Girl's my favorite Pop Star song. I'm on a Boat. All these things were stuff that I would watch on YouTube, like, every week. So, this is a comedy filmmaker whose voice speaks particularly to me. And, man, I just thought, what a match made in heaven. Akiva Schaffer actually getting Liam Neeson and then getting him to be so fully committed to the comedy aspect of this, as well as playing a heightened Liam Neeson persona, was great. But on top of that, you got Pamela Anderson, who was in The Last Showgirl, if you haven't seen it. It's on Hulu now. I saw it at a film festival last year, and it was one of my favorite movies of the year, and it is my fiance's favorite movie of the year. She loves that film, and just is riveted by it. So it's one of my favorite movies to talk about because I see how much joy it brings her. It's become one of her favorite movies, and she saw it twice in theaters, including once by herself on a day whenever I was busy. And that's the only time she's ever done that. I can come right out and say that. That's the only time that girl's ever taken herself to a movie alone. Was for, they had a Big D, which is our like IMAX showing down here. The Big D, the big theater, had a live Q&A with Gia Coppola and Pam Anderson afterwards. And she was like, well, it was so good last time because when we saw it at the film festival, Pam and Gia were there. She went again and she loved it. Oh, and Jamie Lee was there. So that was great. To see Pam in this, and she was a little worried, my fiance. She was like, going to do something like that right after Last Showgirl, is that going to make her just, right back into being sleazy and losing credibility? No. And she agreed with me, no, it did not, because this is a movie that is a comedy, so yeah, she's doing silly things, but it's not losing credibility because it's, like, not bad, it's a good comedy. We were all laughing, and Neeson is just as committed next to her. You know what I mean? Like, during sequences where she's, like, maybe putting herself in, like, a crippling position that's, like, a little too sexual, Liam Neeson's doing literally 10 times worse. I think about the sequence from the trailer, if you've seen it, where she's cleaning the oven, and it looks like something else through infrared. Liam Neeson commits to that bit and does something so much more like humiliating to do on screen that I won't say it, but it's what made me go, no, that's just why it works, because it doesn't feel disrespectful to Pam at all, because he's doing insane shit too, because that's what this movie is. So they just committed to being in a funny movie. The rest of the cast, Danny Houston, Kevin Durand, Paul Walter Hauser, all do the same, all very good actors, and it worked, man. This was a really, really funny movie with a funny cast, fully committed, and I thought as a sequel to the original Naked Gun films, which I've all seen multiple times, like, I talked to an old couple after the film. The old woman said, I'm sure you've never seen the original films. I said, actually, we just watched the second and third one, rewatched them last night in anticipation. My dad grew me up on them. I thought they were hilarious. So, yeah, I have, and I'm so thankful for that, because I'm sure I would enjoy this. As a matter of fact, I have zero doubt I would enjoy this film if I hadn't seen them, because it's completely different already in its own right. But in doing something completely new and different, it also homages the originals in a very, very fitting and beautiful way. Damn, those original 3 films are all so good. Comedy sequels should not be that good. Even Scary Movie, as much as the third one and the first one are good, the second one's horrible. But all 3 of those Naked Gun movies are very good movies to me. I know that's maybe a hot take. They just never like lost a cast member or became really annoying or stupid or just kept doing the same joke over and over. They do the same thing, but in different enough ways. They like know how to keep it fresh. The characters are fun, and the leading men are just so funny. I don't think I could get tired of watching Leslie Nielsen or Liam Neeson do this role, and as many movies as they want to make, as long as they're on the quality of all the ones that they've done, and I'm sure they'd keep doing that, then we'll be good. So I really hope that this succeeds. Um, hell, man, I mean, I'm doing a study on the box office this summer and what movies are succeeding and what movies don't. If anything that I've done so far is evidence, this movie is going to be probably in around a $22 million opening weekend. And if so, that'd be a cataclysmic failure, I think. I think because this thing probably has a budget of 50 to 80 million. And I should have looked before I talked, but I think it should make at least 50 million because it's an action comedy. This is like just as good as anything. I mean, we're enjoying slop like Thunderbolts and Superman at the box office. I guess Thunderbolts didn't do well. I'm just thinking about the shittiest movies people have enjoyed. Man, if you think the Minecraft movie's funny, there's no way you won't think this is funny. So yeah, let's make sure that this movie succeeds. How bad it. But that's just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. Did you find The Naked Gun funny? Because boy, I really, really did. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you go out and see it. And I know I'll see it at least one more time in theaters, to be 100% honest with you, before it's gone. That being said, I'm going to Texas this week, so I probably won't be doing any video on Bad Guys 2 if you're looking forward to that, which is probably 0 viewers, because I don't get that many, and I would hope that none of them are children, because I said the F word a good bit in this video, but if you're looking forward to Bad Guys 2, I hope you go see that as well and enjoy it. And have a great day. God bless. Thanks for watching.